Real-time online detection data reflects the living state of the electronic Jacquard machine. From birth to death. The electronic Jacquard machine is named a transmigration of the electronic Jacquard machine. Some electronic Jacquard machines can have several transmigrations. That is to say, several rebirths. This is mainly determined by the weaving factory. The weaving factory determines the number of transmigrations of this electronic Jacquard machine. The weaving factory considers the complete set of weaving equipment, including electronic Jacquard machine, loom, harness, reed, warp beam, etc. If fail to complete weaving order on time, may be fined or even lose customer. Usually weaving factories choose to resume weaving in the shortest possible time instead of worrying about the cost of repairs. The following is a typical example describing the evolution of the living state of an electronic Jacquard machine in a transmigration. A. The birth of electronic Jacquard machine. Electronic Jacquard machine manufacturers decided the first birth of electronic Jacquard machine. The industrial chain of electronic Jacquard machines is relatively complex. There are three main parts of electronic Jacquard machine: mechanical part, electrical part, and modules. Usually electronic Jacquard machine manufacturers mainly complete A1. The overall design of the electronic Jacquard machine. The science and technology of modern electronic Jacquard machines mainly originated in Europe, and most electronic Jacquard machine manufacturers imitate European science and technology. For example, Staubli, which currently has the largest market share. A2. Select the supplier of each module or part of the electronic Jacquard machine. For example, select the supplier of the electrical parts of the electronic Jacquard machine. Select the supplier of the modules of the electronic Jacquard machine. Select the supplier of the lifting knife of the electronic Jacquard machine, etc. A3. Integration of electronic Jacquard machines. First assembled the mechanical part of the electronic Jacquard machine. Finally, the integration of the mechanical part, electrical part, and all modules of the electronic Jacquard machine is completed. A4. Tested before leaving factory. Because the electronic Jacquard machine manufacturer does not actually weave but simulates the test before leaving the factory. It cannot simulate fabric errors in the weaving factory, cannot simulate load changes in the weaving factory, etc. Most electronic Jacquard machine manufacturers do not design and produce electronic Jacquard machines in accordance with the technical requirements of precision machinery. Electronic Jacquard machine manufacturers mainly focused on the electronic Jacquard machine market rather than the weaving market. Due to the cost considerations of electronic Jacquard machines, it is not necessary to choose the best supplier of modules or parts. For example, not all suppliers of electronic Jacquard machines use surface-treated knives. B. The electronic Jacquard machine is transported to the weaving factory, installed and debugged. At the same time, installation and debugging are also performed on looms, harness, etc. Engineers of electronic Jacquard machine manufacturers, engineers and workers in weaving factories, engineers of looms, etc. collaborate to complete the installation and commissioning of the entire set of weaving equipment. C. Acceptance of electronic Jacquard machines. In fact, the weaving factory inspects the entire set of weaving equipment, including the electronic Jacquard machine. Please note that the living state of the electronic Jacquard machine at this time is C1. Normal weaving. No fabric errors or hook errors. C2. The initial working environment of the electronic Jacquard machine has been fixed, including working speed, working temperature, load of the electronic Jacquard machine, etc. Please note that this electronic Jacquard machine will belong to the weaving factory after acceptance. After acceptance, the weaving factory is mainly responsible for the living state of this electronic Jacquard machine. D. Changes in the working environment of electronic Jacquard machines. Including changing the working speed, changing the working temperature, changing harness or replacing it with a new harness, changing the load, fabric, of the electronic Jacquard machine, etc. Any of the above changes will change the living state of this electronic Jacquard machine. E. Maintenance and upkeep of electronic Jacquard machines. Regular maintenance and upkeep. For example, check the height of the lifting knife, add lubricating oil, replace vulnerable parts, etc. Please note that if adjust the height of the lifting knife or replace vulnerable parts, the living state of this electronic Jacquard machine may be changed. F. Repair of this electronic Jacquard machine. If there is a problem with the fabric surface, the electronic Jacquard machine needs to be repaired. Usually, if there is one hook error, there is a high probability that it is a problem with the corresponding module. If there is an error of two or more hooks, the electrical part of the electronic Jacquard machine and the mechanical part of the electronic Jacquard machine need to be checked. Please note that the living state of this electronic Jacquard machine may be changed after repaired. G. The death of the electronic Jacquard machine. The weaving factory considers the overall situation and decides whether this electronic Jacquard machine will continue to weave or death. H. The rebirth of this electronic Jacquard machine. If the weaving factory needs this electronic Jacquard machine to reweave, the weaving factory will activate corresponding resources to regenerate this electronic Jacquard machine. Among them, the most important resource is the right engineers. This electronic Jacquard machine enters the next transmigration. Please record any changes in the living state of this electronic Jacquard machine. Provide big data support for the future. Please let us know if you have any doubts. We are willing to provide free technical support. At the same time, we learn from engineers. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.